SK Twins TV here, and we're going to bring you a little podcast today about the UFC that was on the weekend there. Just want to sort my mic out, sorry. Yeah, SK Twins TV here, guys. So, I want to talk about the UFC that was on the weekend, and the main event specifically that was between Wonderboy and Darren Till. What a fight. What a fight, man. Brilliant matchup. Both guys really brought it. And I know the decision has sort of left a damper on the fight. But anybody who watched the fight knows it's not really fair. I mean, both guys fought really, really hard. Both guys fought really well. It was a fantastic fight from both men. A high-octane chess match, not high action-packed, as maybe many people would have wanted. But purists got a good chess match between two high-level guys. And in my opinion, I mean, Darren Till, he got the decision, but I don't think he deserved to win that. I don't know if it's just me, but I actually watched the fight live, and I scored it live, and actually done a live stream as well. Round by round I was doing play, and Wonderboy touched him more. He landed more shots. Darren Till was aggressive and moving forward, and obviously the judges have supported that in the decision. But if you watch it round by round, Wonderboy's landing more shots. Wonderboy is actually landing more shots in the rounds, and he is avoiding a lot of shots and parrying a lot of shots that Darren Till was throwing. Don't get me wrong, not a lot was even thrown in the fight between either man. However, I believe Wonderboy rather landed more shots. Other than getting knocked down in the 5th round, he never really ate much in that fight at all. And that definitely gives a clear round to Darren Till, round 5. However, the other rounds are all up for grabs, and really, if you look at it, the rounds are 50-50, but you would give it to Wonderboy because he just landed more shots. So, I don't know. I didn't really agree with this decision, but I did agree with it at the same time because it was such a close fight overall when you look at it. I mean, fights like that, when not a lot is happening action-wise, but a lot is happening if you look closer in between the lines. If you look at the footwork that's going on, the feinting that's going on, there's a lot of intricacy there that just goes over a lot of people's heads who don't really know what's going on. They're both battling for position in the cage, like the battle of distance and control of distance and balance to be able to throw the right shot, because Wonderboy is just too good at coming in and going out of range. It doesn't matter who he's against, he's always able to do that. He's always able to control the distance and let a guy come in and just have that perfect amount of just steps he's got where he can just come in and attack and move away. It really complements that karate style, that point fighting sort of style. So he's so good at doing that. Darren Till, I mean, I thought, to be honest, his coaches should have been shouting on him to be pressing forward more and try and actually land more shots and go for more of those leg kicks and those oblique kicks that he was landing to the knee. I mean, side of the knee. I mean, yeah, that was my opinion anyway. I truly think, I mean, definitely not a unanimous decision anyway. It was a split decision, if anything. That's the problem with the judges who they get. They don't really know anything about combat sports, and it's quite frustrating at times. Don't get me wrong, Darren Till still deserves to win. It's not like they it's a complete robbery. That's not a robbery, really. I know a lot of people are saying it's a robbery, but nah, not in my book. Not in anybody's book who knows what they're talking about. But really, they should have been giving a lot of those rounds to Wonderboy. He just needs to start attacking more again, like he did in his earlier fights in the UFC. I mean, Wonderboy was getting a lot of knockout wins. He just doesn't seem to be pulling the trigger anymore as much. He seems content with just playing that style, going in and out, and just trying to land little shots here and there. I mean, granted, he's fighting a dangerous guy in Darren Till. And his last couple of fights, he was fighting the champion, Tyron Woodley. And those were two similar fights to this. And he only lost them because he got knocked down again, like late in the fight. He always seems to lose because of that knockdown. That seems to be like the last thing the judges remember about Wonderboy's fights, because not a lot happens. But I'm not trying to say he's not skilled and not talented and not a fantastic, amazing fighter. Don't get me wrong. He is. And being 57-0 in kickboxing as well. It's just like when he was against guys like Robert Whittaker. I mean, that Wonderboy, and I know Whittaker is a blown up middleweight, and at the time he was competing at welterweight. But shit, the way Wonderboy at that time was just going for people and like knocking you clean out, like the way he knocked out Ellenberger when he fought Johnny Hendricks. You know what I mean? It's like he's just wiping these guys out. And like Woodley gave Woodley a good fight. But just he needs to pull that trigger more. And like when he gets that timing down, he needs to land more of those looks. So spinning back heel kicks. The spinning back kicks, man, he's fantastic at that. And he can knock you clean out with it, but he's got the timing for it as well. But I don't know why he's not using stuff like that more. When he comes forward, he just doesn't seem to have that same kind of venom right now. Don't know if it's to do with losing a couple of times in a row there. Now that's 3 in a row he's lost, but he's still ranked number 1, Wonderboy. And Darren Till, where are we at with him? I mean, shit. After that fight, they're definitely gonna try and push him. But if they're smart, they'd give Darren Till another guy that they can build him on. I know Wonderboy was number 1, but ranked number 1, but the rankings are bullshit, and there's harder fights there, obviously, for Till. I mean, maybe Darren Till could fight a guy like Robbie Lawler so we can see more from Till. This guy's like Robbie Lawler. I mean, I would have loved to see him fighting Gunnar Nelson. That would have been a great fight to watch. I think that would have been fantastic. Who could we see? There's loads of guys for Till. That's the thing. There's a lot of options for him at welterweight, but can he make that weight? That's the thing. He needs to make sure he can make that weight. But I think he'll be all right, because he did have a really good reason. Family issues with his wife or girlfriend, because she's pregnant, you know. So I mean, that's tough. That's rough. And then you're fighting in a main event in your hometown. Imagine that. Could you handle it? I don't know if I could. Shit, I'd love to give it a go. That must have been some buzz for Darren Till coming out in Liverpool like that in Echo Arena. Wow. And that crowd, man, they were going absolutely crazy. It's fucking brilliant. They were going absolutely mental. And then when they both came out as well, like, the place was exploding with excitement. There was energy in the air. There was people everywhere. You could just feel that tension and that atmosphere just exploding throughout the Echo Arena. Safe to say the UFC will definitely be going back there. I'd be very surprised if they don't, because that place sold out. The Scousers love MMA. I mean, they love fighting, full stop. It's a great city for sports, Liverpool. Always has been, always will be, and always will be a fighting city. With fantastic fans who support their own like no other, honestly. The Liverpudlians, they really do. And that's a testament to Britain. Like England and like Scotland, to be honest, they don't really support their own the same way, but England and like Ireland and that, the way they get behind their own, like it's like people like Ricky Hatton back in the day, like, oh my god, the following he had when he was going to America and he was fighting different people. Jesus, that was spectacular, man. Like, England should go in the Hall of Fame just for their fans, like the best fans ever. Like Scotland seems to have it more for like festivals and gigs, because they're all just pissed and going wrecked. Like, it's a fantastic atmosphere, but they don't seem to support their own as much. England, though, they really get behind. They really get behind it, guys. But yeah, I mean, that was a big night for Darren Till. But yeah, he's got lots of options, but Wonderboy, what do you do if you're a Wonderboy? Who do you fight? He's still ranked number 1 after that. I mean, he fought a really tough guy, didn't have to take the fight because he never made weight. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what they do. Wonderboy could. I mean, there's loads of guys he could fight. There's Masvidal. See if Darren Till down gets like a title shot down and win the title or something like that. I mean, shit. That'd be a great rematch. Wonderboy and Darren Till. Darren Till would be a good fight for Woodley right now. But I just think Woodley would be able to wrestle him. Usually we need to see Darren Till fighting a wrestler. We need to see him fighting a wrestler, man. We need to see him taking on a guy like that. I mean, Dos and Wonderboy, that's a good fight. Dos Anjos is fighting soon against Colby Covington. But Covington is a bad matchup for Darren Till, but a very interesting matchup in my opinion. If Darren Till can keep it on the feet. There's some guys in this division though. And Kamaru Usman. It's another fantastic matchup for either guy, Darren Till or Wonderboy. Wonderboy should just get back in there because he's not injured or anything. Same with both guys. But yeah, Till could fight the winner of Dos Anjos and Covington. Or he can take on Robbie Lawler. He's free right now. And, excuse me, obviously Kamaru Usman, which is a very difficult fight. Some great matchups for both guys. And that was a fantastic fight in the weekend. This was just a little short one for you tonight. But thank you for being with us. And we're SK Twins TV. And this was Combat Talk.